spirits up, man. I appreciate y'all.
Every
you
time you
go.
bring my spirits up, baby. Every time.
That's what we
Yes,
need.
yes,
We're live on 8
yes.
platforms this evening.
Let's
8 of
do
them.
it.
Eight of 'em.
Boom.
And it's episode 100. How about that?
You.
Yeah. 100.
Episode 100. 100. We
Oh,
are officially in the triple digits. Yeah. Just a little banter before we get started. All the appreciation, all the flowers to you all, because you all are on the original logo, and to still be here and still be doing it.
It's us.
It is.
You're on the
it is
original logo.
right.
The OG logo.
It don't look like
Right,
it.
right.
I'm still upset about the hairline that thing gave me. That was
that they had my whole
The
life.
hairline.
It gave me a hairline.
But he gave me a
I gotta give you. See now that I've seen everybody a little bit more. Now I know I gotta give you a little Phillies hat. Little, you know what I mean? You gotta give,
Yeah, and then and then from that first logo, then we had the logo that you did, Felix, and that really updated us to what folks are seeing right now. Like everybody that is on that.
Logo.
Huh?
What logo was that?
The first logo.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Marquise,
Yeah, like we look like New Edition. We look
I did not
look
see
like
that
a new
logo.
shit.
You need to drop that in the chat for me so I have not seen it. I'm about to show you what I've only seen, but I only seen one logo.
Okay.
I've only seen the one where you have my tooth crooked. My teeth are crooked, but I'm saying this one had my teeth
No, wait, hold on. No. There's another logo that you've seen, because there was a logo with just 3 people. And you were like, "Oh man, you gonna keep me out of Bad and Bougie?" And it was like, "Nah, it ain't like that."
Exactly. You kept
Said
me
I
off
ain't no Bad and Bougie.
That's fine. Understood.
Yeah. So folks around the internet who are listening, thank you for joining us on the Morning Experience. This is a pre-record for tomorrow, and then we do a recording for Sunday as well. So sit back, relax, and join in on the conversation.
Hey, before I let you go on, brother, 100 is a pretty amazing milestone.
100.
Like that.
yeah.
100, like that's not anything light. That's something we should all be proud of. The Morning Experience with Marquise Lupton out here. Listen, it's been through phases and everything, and then it's made it to 100, and it's still going. So
I got left off
big
bad
congratulations.
400. So sorry.
Absolutely.
Kudos.
Yep. It's been a great just about 6 months. A little over 6 months, and six more to go, and many more to go. Now we're on live, and now we're on multiple up to 6 stations now. So somebody actually asked me. They were like, "Hey, how'd you get on 6 stations? Are you prostituting yourself out?" And I was like, "I hope you don't think that I'm not tooting it up for airtime." Like,
the answer is yes.
Hey, 2026. Nothing is off limits.
For airtime, I gotta look for more airtime. That's all I'm doing. For airtime and not money.
Right.
Money.
Like, yo, we just can't create good content. Like, we got to be, Illuminati or something like that. But yeah, the fact that it feels like we are beating the odds, and we're doing it our way is dope. It's a beautiful collection of content creators that are making this thing happen and delivering the news to the people, and some funny as well. So yeah. Before we get started, any upcoming projects that y'all have coming up that the folks should know about?
I'll start off. I have been working on a studio in my garage that I took a little hiatus this for the past 5 months or so, but I'm back at it, trying to get the podcasting back on. So my goal is to really, for 2026, dive into that. So it's a very humbling experience. It's exciting. Going about everything all over again with a different mindset, which is why I echoed Dr. K's sentiments about just start over from scratch, because sometimes you're coming at it with new experiences, new information, and like I said, it's a humbling experience. So that's what I got going on.
Dig it. So then, is the studio just for you, or are you going to be leasing it out?
Well, it's just for me now. That is an idea of mine, but this is a part of my let me just do one thing at a time thing. You know what I mean? Because before it was trying to do it all. And I got humbled real quick. So that is definitely a possibility, because once it's up and running and I know what I'm doing, then it's a no-brainer as far as like renting it out for people that want to use it. It'll be in my garage, separate from the house. So yeah, absolutely.
Yo, that's a thing right there, because we learn as creatives, especially as older creatives. I won't say elder. I'll say older creatives. We learn that like
why is that better? Really... Why is that better?
I mean,
we ain't there yet.
Seasoned creators.
Right. Definitely seasoned. A little salt, a little pepper. Definitely seasoned. We try to do it all like on the forefront. We try to do it all fast, because like not that we're like, all right, we're looking at the end of the road, this is the last bit, but like we know that like, all right, we're not 24. We're this age. So like a lot of stuff got to be front ended. So this thing got to work, or then it ain't gonna work.
Right. And it takes a lot on your family. I think a lot of people don't see the family in the background one way or another that bears a lot of the responsibility and the burden of you just trying to follow your passion. And you're right, because if I was 20 something years old, I would have a different mindset.
Yeah.
Right now, it's kind of like I can't waste time messing around trying to figure it out. But at the same time, I need to mess around and figure this out. It's only fair. So that's the experience I had, where you're right, you're trying to do it all. You're watching the YouTube videos, you're taking the advice, you're watching everybody do this, that, and the third. You're getting a lot of suggestions, and then you burn yourself out. And then you lose yourself in the sauce a little bit, because you're trying to do something that wasn't really part of the original plan. And so you got these octopus arms, so to speak, and you don't know what you're doing. So I stopped cold turkey. And I'm, now I can kind of like recalibrate and go about it with a different set of eyes, and I'm grateful for it. But you're right, that sense of urgency is different when you're in your 40s.
Yeah, and Shiz, as Felix was saying, like, yo, shout out to the spouses, because like they are definitely holding down on the family unit while we're out here still pursuing this dream as young men.
Yeah, not young men. You were going good. You were going good. We have to accept where we're at, but that is true, because it is the one thing that is priceless, and that's time, and just putting the time, and whether it's a few hours or after work or before work or whatever you do, you know what I mean? It's just like you're spending time away from your family. Those are precious hours, and it's like, for your spouse to understand that and still support you in that is just like, man, that's what you want. That's what you need, and that's what motivates you to keep going and lets you know that you're doing something right. Especially when you see some of the results that are coming from it. It lets you know that that confidence is in the right spot.
Yeah, and for yourself, Dr. K, like you're coming from a board meeting, so like it's like community work to media work, to now you got to take care of at home as well. This thing called life keeps on going, and you make time for the morning experience.
I'm tired. Okay. But no, it's such a joy to do this, and I'm always so hurt when I can't be here, but because I'd be really feeling like I got left off bad and bougie. That's the only way I can explain it. That's the only way I can explain it. So, yeah, this has been a journey. Content creation is a journey. Like, I'm not that good at it yet. I'm getting there. I just crossed the 30,000 follower threshold on my Facebook page. I'm about to have 10,000.
Let's go.
Period. But these things, I gained 15 or 17,000 followers between like August and now, just like not being afraid to talk. And it's funny because like I be talking, but I was nervous to like just say whatever the hell was on my mind. And now I do that. So I just be saying it because you see other content creators like, should I be funny like them, or should I do this like them, or should I do that like them? You're looking at all the metrics that Facebook gives you and TikTok gives you and Instagram says. I had a call with Instagram 2 weeks ago. They called me and were like, your page is growing. Let's give you some tips. And you got to use colors, and you got to color code your content, and you got to be consistent. And I'm like, man, my life doesn't work this way, babe. You want me to color code fucking captions?
Yeah.
Sorry. Are we captions? Like this sounds dumb, but I've took you take what you can, you leave the rest. And it's just been a journey. I'm going to put it in the chat for us, but I posted a remix of the Ice on Ice crime that happened a couple days ago. And it was very funny. So these kind of things, I'm finding my way between being a political content creator and being funny, because I'm both. And how do you exist in those lanes? How do you do the things?
And the growth of Black Newsbeat and that brand, did you foresee what you're doing today?
No, not even a little bit. Marquise, you started with me. You were helping us write in like season 2 and 3. We had the Melanin Report together. The growth that we've been experiencing on the show, on the platform, making it into a thing, has been, I wish for things like this, but I didn't know what I was doing. She don't know what she's doing. I didn't know what I was doing. So, it's just, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, I'm still finding my way. Like, I'll pull something great and then I won't have a hit for weeks. Like, it just depends on what's going on, and finding that rhythm, and just being authentic to your audience. Like, I found a lot of things. I posted something about being petty in church. It's a story from like, I don't know, 15 years ago that I remembered, and I was up in the middle of the night and wanted to tell it. Right? One of the most viral things on my page that resonated with so many people. It really depends, but I feel like authenticity is the driver, and the algorithm favors authenticity. The people, your community, people call them followers, but it's really community, people you're engaging with.
Yeah.
People call it parasocial relationships, but it's more like you are really engaging with people in a way that you can't in other mediums. And I just think it's very special, and it's very surreal.
So. Folks, Dr. K giving you the inside scoop on how to be a content creator. If you didn't hear her drop that little gem in there, 30,000 community members, as she put it. Folks, it is episode 100, and we got the microwave news coming up next. This is your morning experience. All right. Let's get right to it. And in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the morning experience, and thank you for joining us, folks. We just had to let the show breathe a little bit on the top and just talk about the 100 episodes that we have done. Don't worry, we are going to let it breathe once again. But first, we got to give you the microwave news, giving you these headlines hot and ready. And our first story comes from USA Today. And Spotify is no longer running U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement recruitment advertisements on its platform following criticism from listeners and grassroots groups. In an emailed statement to USA Today, Spotify confirmed that ICE recruitment advertising campaign ended at the conclusion of 2025, Felix.
I think one of the things that stand out to me when it comes to this is at what point is advertisement not? Do we not look at what we're agreeing to put as ads on our platform? And when I say this, because something like ice, okay, that's a taboo conversation. It's touchy, it's sensitive, it's divisive. You mean to tell me you didn't see a problem? I understand, money talks. I get it. And business is business. And there's times where I hear ads of something that I don't agree with. But considering what we've been seeing, why was this even a part of the curriculum, if that's the word to use, in regards to advertisements on Spotify? It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because look, I use Spotify. I know a lot of people do. And that to me, this whole experience, and I know we'll get into that later, but this whole experience is really opening my eyes to like who's who and what's what. And this is just showing me tone deaf. It's just telling me that they're tone deaf.
Shiz, when I was listening to Nas, I was surprised to hear that there was a recruitment ad. Like, how did this end up on my algorithm of advertisements?
And they said it just concluded at the end of 2025, so they had a set date where they were going to run them to. So
exactly.
One of the biggest issues here is that it's a good gesture now, but the damage is already done. You talk about a Joe Rogan, you talk about other major podcasts that have a lot of listeners. They're on this platform, so when they're on this platform, you're hearing these advertisements. These advertisements are going out to millions of people. So just because you stopped it what 13, 14 days ago, that doesn't change anything that has been running that whole entire time. And look where we are now, because those advertisements were putting it out there that they were looking for good old boys.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And now they can talk tough because the campaign has ended. Just 14 days ago. Our second story comes from Atlanta Black Star, and a black man in Texas was stunned to learn last week that he has paid more than $10,000 in child support for a 5-year-old girl in Florida, unrelated to him, for the last 3 years, likely because his name and birth date are similar to those of the real father. Roderick Dwayne Davis, 45, of Dallas, told Atlanta Black Star that he received a letter from the Texas Attorney General's Office of Child Support last week demanding $1,400 in overdue child support for a Florida kid. He was stumped and has no children in Florida and has never lived there, Dr. K. Florida going to Florida.
Always. I mean, have you checked the education rankings for Florida lately? They're still 2 and 3 from the bottom. They've been that way for generations. I went to school in Florida. Thank God it turned out fine. Thank God. But what's really hard about this is you are. We also have a problem with the man paying the child support. Sir, you paid $10,000 in child support and you didn't know that this wasn't your kid. Which other kids do you have that you didn't notice that over the years $10,000 of child support was coming out? That's a lot of money over the years. Like,
you must got money.
You must got money. Ooh, you got money. Because how are you paying $10,000 in child support without anybody knowing?
Right. My question. Right. Right. My question here, Shiz, is he going to get it back?
No, and that's going to be the problem. It's just like the government. They will take it out fast. And then when it's time to give it back, it's like, hold on, you got to wait 10 to 12 business days, and then there's a holiday coming up in between, so that resets the time. Like, he's not going to see that money no time soon.
Yeah, 10 to 12 business months for sure, because they're not giving it.
And our final story comes from thegrill.com. And several leaders of a unit within the U.S. Department of Justice has resigned in the aftermath of the death of Renee Good and the Trump administration's refusal to investigate the fatal ICE shooting in Minneapolis. Felix, what we're seeing here is people choosing to walk away, maybe cower away, instead of face this thing head on.
Hours after the murder, this narrative was almost in my lifetime, and I'll speak for myself, this is unprecedented in my opinion as far as the mass exodus of justice immediately. I've seen it play out in the courts, and I've seen it in the news, and I've seen it in my neighborhoods, but I'm talking about globally. All eyes are on us, and not even hours. I think it was probably an hour and a half. I can't remember. The narrative was already spun. There was no reason to be investigating. They didn't see an issue. That's a problem. Yeah. And my fear is that, and I'm guilty of this because I try not to have a knee-jerk reaction to things politically. And this is the first time for me where I had to pause and really start paying attention to what was going on, because this can now happen at anywhere at any given time. And especially being of color, black and brown people now, even more, it's heightened. Now you're seeing white people being pulled out of cars. So hours after this happened, this narrative was already spun. This is alarming and terrifying.
Yeah, and Dr. K, finally, we look at these folks as y'all are supposed to hold the line. You're not supposed to resign. You're not, because who's going to fulfill those seats when y'all leave them?
Hey, guess what? They don't want to go to jail because they know what's coming. When this administration turns over, when the Senate and the House turn over, people are going to jail. And that is what happened with the rioters. It took a while, but they went to jail. And so they went to prison. So what I don't think people realize is happening is that the current regime is ruining. They're going to have to do, and I think they are willing to do it, quite astronomical actions in order to stop the pendulum from swinging the other way. But we saw it in 2024. We will see it in 2025. That we already have people resigning locally because they know they cannot win under the circumstances. They know what they supported, and they know they supported fascism, they supported tyranny, they supported authoritarianism previously, and they see the pendulum swinging in the other direction, in very conservative leaning, moderate to conservative areas versus moderate to more liberal areas. So this is why people are resigning, and they're not the first and they're not the last. People have been resigning this entire time. But what I think is important to know here is this is an indicator of how severe people think the actual problem is within this administration. They are resigning because they do not want to face the consequences of what is going to come.
So people are jumping ship. Let's revisit that after this break. This is the Morning Experience. All right, gonna come back. This is our second 5, and then
hold on 1 second, real quick, bro. Did we the first 4? Did we intro the show, or did we just kind of start talking? Because I don't remember.
I liked it.
We just started talking.
Okay, I'm like, all right, we did the 4 already, because we just.
Yep. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just have us come in and just talk for episode 100.
I dig it.
I love it.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1. All right, so continuing this conversation. Now we're saying that people are jumping ship here. So I looked at it as, all right, well, these people of the DOJ, they don't want to touch it and everything. So they don't want to deal with the pushback. So that's why they're quitting. But now I hear what y'all are saying. Y'all are saying no, these people, they have filth on them. They're guilty. They have the stench on them. And so that they won't go down with the Titanic, they're getting a lifeboat right now. Is that what I'm picking up what you're putting down here, Felix?
I do. I echo those sentiments from Dr. K. And it just shows me also, listen, you can't tell me that you didn't know the score of this game that you were playing. And it took something like this for you to jump ship, which what did you think was going to happen with this administration and this president and this vice president? What did you think was going, where did you think this story was going to go? So they're jumping ship, and you're right. Now what do we do with these vacancies? And this doesn't look good at all. This is embarrassing. It's sad. It's to me, like I said, they're either incredibly stupid or they were willing to gamble. And I've seen that too in this political world where we're just going to gamble and see what we can get away with. Maybe he can play in the sandbox, and no, he cannot.
Yeah, Shiz, this just gets me. It's just like now, like out of everything else, like now, and then I'm like, oh man, yeah, a white woman was killed.
and just because you get out of there now doesn't change that you're complicit in what happened. And I think it's been said, and it should be definitely kind of reiterated, like when they're vacating these seats, who are these seats going to? That's making the problem worse. You're already involved in this. Whether you get out now or whether you try to get out later, you're already involved in this. So when these new people come in, who are we going to have to fill these spots? And that's the issue, because again, like we've been saying forever on this show, it is a trickle down effect, and we keep seeing this just happen. And it's just like that's not anything good. Just because you saved your ass doesn't mean you like you helped anybody else out. You put everybody else in a kind of uncertain position, and again, that's why everybody is kind of in survival mode now.
Yeah, and Dr. K, what also isn't good is the fact that when this officer murdered her, he called her the B word. You know, and it's that word that is attached to the action, you know, that just makes this even more disgusting. Is there, do you see, you know, you talked about the pendulum swinging, but do you truly see it swinging to where, you know, justice is going to be served?
No, just no. I think that we have a long road ahead of us. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And that's not me saying that to be an alarmist. It's just that people aren't out in the street enough. People are not mad enough. People are not dragging, you know, the offenders out into the street and, you know, whipping their behinds. They are instead acquiescing and obeying in advance. And so, no, I think the pendulum is swinging, but it still is like, so the pendulum was over here, right? Barack Obama, Trump, Biden. If you guys can see my hands, I'm swinging a pendulum. And we almost swung to Kamala Harris, and we swung back to Trump. And now Trump has not kept any of the promises that he has said to the people that he was going to keep. He literally has broken almost every last one of them. And now the pendulum is slowly swinging because leopards are eating faces. Okay, so it's slowly. So it's about here. It's right past the middle point, swinging back to the more like how we can't understand what's happening, you know, right now to us as people phase. And no, I don't believe that it's enough yet. Unfortunately, there are still people there are Black and brown people coming to my comments trying to justify Renee Good's death. There are people, you know, citing laws that they can't understand, saying that she was using her vehicle in a certain way when there are trained and certified folks who worked in law enforcement. Hashtag ICE does not have jurisdiction over U.S. citizens. Also, this is the other issue that's happening. Who said that, you know, this is what the DOJ policy states on use of force, and he violated almost every tenet. So I don't, and there are people who are sporting "Don't Tread on Me" flags and cover pages on Facebook, who are actively now saying we are okay with the government treading on another person in this way, literally murdering them in broad daylight. And so it is, not only do I not think that we're there yet, which is unfortunate because there's been millions of people who have been protesting around the country and around the world. But this administration is not scared of us. They don't care. They can recruit as many people as they want. They can use your taxpayer dollars to do it. And so they are not afraid of us in the way that they should be, quite honestly.
Yeah. Folks, more to discuss after this. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of Stephen A as well. And then we're going to turn it up. It is episode 100, so we're going to have some fun as well. We have our top 10 And we're going to keep things going. And we're going to talk about the last 6 months that we had together and what we can look forward to the next 6 months. This is the Morning Experience. All right. Our first three, and in 3, 2, 1. All right. So this is the Morning Experience. And Dr. K, you mentioned something about the "Don't Tread on Me" flags, and it's just wild to me to really think, Felix, that like you see these people with these "Don't tread on me," these posts about oh, big government, come for my guns over my dead body, but then when there's an opportunity to really show to keep that same energy, it's like they turn sheeple, Felix.
Yeah, I feel like you're reading my mind, because this was the point that I was getting ready to bring up. Is these are the people that are adamant about not wanting government involved in how they go about their lives, and in particular, in regards to the Second Amendment, in regards to firearms, and in regards to background checks for guns, and we will not do that, and this, that, and the third. And so we have this problem about that. But when it comes to watching ICE do what they do, all the excuses, then we're able to explain why this is okay. Even though there are processes, even though there are things put in place that they are not following. And one of the things that bothers me is that I'm realizing some people are just lost in there, and you can't pull them out, and you can't make them see reason. And that's terrifying. I'm okay with disagreeing with somebody politically, but when we're talking about your argument here, makes no sense because you're twisting it to justify the alternative here. That's a problem. And where we are right now is like a Black Mirror episode times 10. And it's disturbing to me. But you're absolutely right. It doesn't make sense, but they will die on that hill. And that's dangerous to me.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Nah, Felix, you hit that. You said that perfect. Where it's like the narrative gets switched. When it's always one thing, it's gung ho on one thing, and then when something happens, it changes, and it's kind of like, well, kind of like we didn't want to come from that angle, or we're not there. It's always that, and that has been going on forever, and the problem is that we're seeing it happen more and more, but it's not like little small things. These are major things that are happening, and it's like it's going to turn the way we live as people. We're like this. we're entering martial law. Like we have soldiers walking down the street who are not sanctioned to police the area. They are supposed to be looking for immigrants in the area, but they are turning into the police and the authority in the area, and we're seeing what's happening. We knew this was going to happen,
and now they're going door to door.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut in, but that right there, they're going door to door, and we've seen for years the videos on YouTube of people giving you advice, legal advice for free, what you can or can't do, and know your rights. But that doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah. It doesn't matter. They can't take you out of the car. They can't. They can. Yeah. They're doing it, and that's scaring me because now we've blurred the lines with where our rights are and what they are, and that's. Listen, I'll be very transparent with you. I've never owned a gun in my life. My wife and I never, and it wasn't until this past weekend where we said, should we get a gun? And I, for the first time in my life, said, yeah, and obviously we need to go about the right way to do it and make sure we're trained. I don't even like that idea, but I'm at the point now where I've got children.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen because I'm noticing and seeing that there is no order. You can't tell me that if you just comply, you won't die. That's BS. It's BS. And so I didn't mean to kind of cut in there, but that to me is a problem, because at one point you used to be able to say, well, at least I know my rights, and at least I know that you can't go past this line. You're going to push it and you're going to toe the line, but you can't go past. Now there's no line, and so what do?
And that's fascism, folks, just in case you did not know what it was. We got some more commentary after this. We're going to give it to you heavy, man. And then we're going to make it light on the back end. This is the Morning Experience. I feel like that comment deserved an AU after that.
I was waiting. That was
big facts on the Ayo. Ayo! Like literally.
Yo.
All right. Final three, first hour, and then 3, 2, 1. This is the Morning Experience, and we are getting heavy this morning. But I am glad that we are, because this is a much needed conversation. And Dr. K, this one's for you. It really feels like we have been through, well, maybe not been through this, but we read about this, Anne Frank and everything, when the Nazis were knocking on the doors looking for the Jews, and we all were like, oh my gosh, we would protect. And no.
Listen, not only is it a no, but people are actively defending the neo-Nazis that are literally running roughshod through our streets right now. People were using Renee's good death to say, haven't you learned anything? Haven't you learned your lesson from what happened? That's literal authoritarianism and fascism on the streets of the United States of America. And people are going, no, if you just let them do their job. What's their job? Their job is not to harass Americans. They're not supposed to be pulling Americans, United States citizens, out of their cars. They're not supposed to be detaining American citizens. They've been beating up American citizens. They've killed American citizens, right? Off-duty cop killed Keith Porter. There are off-duty ICE killed Keith Porter. So no, there's so many things to say, but I do want to say one thing to what Felix said. Do the rules matter? And the answer is yes, the rules still matter. The law still matters. And the challenge in these times is to keep recording, keep talking about what they're doing as incorrect and wrong, as not a part of the democracy that we want. That matters. People are catching on. People are waking up. I make fun of folks for not waking up years ago, because literally Black folks have been telling everyone, and brown folks for years. Native Americans have been telling them. But we don't have to go back that far to say, the neo-Nazis are on our streets. Neo-Nazism and Nazism has been here for a long time. The Nazis got their regime from us. Read Cast by Elizabeth Wilkerson. They came to study what we were doing in order to make their regime. So for all intents and purposes, we are the blueprint, right? And it's and that is why they are super hyper fixated on returning folks to this, because they see themselves as this kind of manifest destiny, white superiority type of model, that shouldn't have fallen, that shouldn't be what it is now, which is they see as too parallel, not even subservient, but too parallel with Black and brown folks. So it is important for us to keep calling it. If we want a country in the future that at least returns to the niceties of racism, we have to call this stuff out right now. Truly, I don't think racism is ever going away. Unfortunately, I am not an optimist in that way. But what I do think is you do have to make racists afraid again, and we do have to push them at least back into the not to the closet, but put them in the detention centers that they are building for the immigrants and the actual legal residents and citizens. They've been locking up citizens in these detention centers. The young lady from Laurel, Maryland, Miss Diaz, they moved her twice. She said, I'm a citizen. She said, I'm a citizen. She said, I'm a citizen. They still were like, nah, you're not a citizen because we said so. And they moved her from Laurel, Maryland to Louisiana to Texas, and they were about to deport a U.S. citizen. There's no respecter of persons. But if we don't keep calling this out, if we don't keep protesting, we don't keep filming them, we don't keep writing about them, we don't keep talking about them on our show, we run the risk of decreasing the institutional memory of the people around us and of our states, of our cities, and our country, and we can't afford that. Sorry, that's kind of long.
One more point here. Dr. K brought up that the United States, we are the blueprint. And the most scathing thing here is that I've read that, you know, Germany is sending ships to Greenland to fight American Nazis. And that's like
crazy?
the most that's the most craziest thing here, man. We're in the upside down, brother.
Well, that's news to me because I'm just like, you see, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Okay, well, yeah, we used to be the blueprint. We're just following the old script right now. Now we're following the blueprint again. This feels like the start of martial law. Just look how it goes. It feels like it's just that's where we're headed. We already have the person in office who said, you know, what they said, how I'm going to be here. There's not going to be any other elections. I'm going to take over. I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to do this. All the bad BS that he said he was going to do, he did, and all the stuff that he ran on, where everybody was like, "That's why we need him back in office." What's going on? Is the argument now positive because gas is cheap? That's in the league. That's stolen gas. It better be cheap. It's stolen. That's stolen oil. You know what I mean? Like it better be cheap. So we're like you said, we're in the upside down, and I hope that just us saying something about it can actually bring awareness to what's going on, because again, this stuff is happening and it's been happening for a long time, and this is just we're at the bottom of the trickle now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is this is going to be some interesting times here. I really want to see the powers that be, the resistance, you know, where is the resistance? Folks, again, so much more to get into. This is episode 100, so this is a celebration. There's a celebration, Mitches. So we got a celebration coming up next. Stay with us. This is the Morning Experience.
Are we going to celebrate by showing the video of ice falling on the on the ice?
Tight. He went right back to the car real fast. Like, damn.
He ran his behind back to the car. Amazing.
He got off that ice though. He was like, hold on, let me go run in the street.
Well, for the first three, for the second hour, I can look that up and we can do a quick look at this for this week.
You gotta look it up. I made a video.
Oh, all right. Well then, after Shiz's on top 10, we'll do that then.
Here you go. Can you show Instagram videos through this platform? I don't know. Or Facebook videos, or does it have to be I don't know what it has to be. I'm just asking.
What happens if you click share screen?
Yeah, if you share your screen, you should be able to.
I gotta allow it. Okay, I think I can do it. So I will share that. I'm just making sure I can. Can you see it?
No.
Can we see it? Oh, I don't know. See what I mean? I don't know.
Oh wait, I see it down here.
Oh, I gotta add it. Oh no.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh. Yeah. There it goes. Yep. Down there.
Add to stage. Yeah.
All right.
It won't let me do it. I don't know what's happening, but it's fine. Oh, before presenting your screen, remove other media from the stage. I don't know what that means. Stop screen share. I don't know. It's fine.
All right. Well, let's get this first hour started, and in 3, 2, 1. This is the Morning Experience, episode 100. We are officially 100. In triple digits.
Hey,
this feels so good. to be doing this with you all, to be getting up in the morning time and really doing this show and doing it on a high level and just seeing this thing grow and grow and grow as we keep on giving the people the information and the facts that we need. So off air at the beginning of the show, we were talking about beer and wine and there was this a G word that y'all were talking about, Felix and the Dr. K, that I had no idea about, that does like something to the wine. You called it like a groucher?
A decanter?
Decanter.
Definitely not a G word. What is happening?
What is it again?
No child left behind.
Why he got us confused?
A decanter. A decanter. Hold on. I'm gonna look.
Why are we confused?
Carry on. Hold on.
Why are we crazily confused?
I mean, look, folks. We started talking about beer, and we started talking about breweries and like the difference between a brewery and a bar and everything, and like how at a brewery you'll find more white people without deodorant than a bar, and like amongst other things as well. You know, you'll find like dogs in a brewery and everything. You won't see that in a bar. You know, so like we were just talking about the many differences, and then our higher brow personalities, they started talking about wine because
who they called us bougie. That's okay. I'm here.
They started talking about wine, and then they started talking about this Decatur or Decatur.
Decatur, Georgia. I'm tired of him already, y'all. Y'all can come together. Y'all can come get him.
Which somehow it smooths out the wine, and it changes the wine from a male wine to a female wine. So I'm just amazed.
This is blasphemy.
We're gonna lose listeners. All 4.5 listeners they're trans wine. Crazy.
That's just look the what is it called? Decanter. See, you playing. You know what it's called.
That's the plus of the LGBTQ plus. Well, that's the plus.
Thank you, Gina. Decanter. Exactly.
So yes, I am a little undercultured. What does this decanter do?
So decanters, if I may.
Yes.
They aerate the wine. So you put the wine through the decanter, and the decanters have a special little top. Some of them do that. When you pour the wine, it pours at a certain velocity, we will say. And if you let it sit for a certain period, depending on the type of wine, there's instructions for all different kinds of wines, you will get a very elevated experience with that wine, particularly reds. Reds are very wonderful in decanters. And when you aerate wine for a few hours to a day, you get a different taste and floral notes and all the notes in the wine, your notes, than if you had just opened the bottle. So that's part of what a decanter does.
Can I put the Carlo Rossi through?
Can. And Carlo, let me say something. The Rossi is delicious with, especially
got some downstairs.
It's so good.
See?
And if you let it breathe a little bit, it's going to give you notes of a more a drier wine with still that sweet finish, which is what Black people love. And we have a very good palate for this. Let me tell you something. Black people loving sweet wines is because we are from Africa. And in Africa, palm wine is sweet to go with the spicy food because it balances out the food. So don't let nobody tell you that you are not sophisticated for liking sweet wines, because you are very sophisticated. And if you like sweet reds in particular, you can really experience the whole entire life of a wine if you get a decanter. Okay.
Time out.
There you go.
Nope.
Bam.
I am pushing all the way back. The way back because Dr. K is using nice words with a nice tone. Like, you know what I can do? I can do that same thing. Folks,
can you?
When you freak a black, you want to rub it ever so slightly and let the tobacco just
as not to tear the material.
Is that what y'all were not doing? And why weren't you saying it in a sweet tone the whole time so we can treat our blacks properly? Let me see. We weren't doing that the whole time.
Oh, you are good. You are good.
Thank
America, America, this is what you call a villain. America, this is what you call a villain.
See, but look, Marquise, I don't even smoke, but when you said it that way, I said, man, that's intriguing.
Let me say this as a former black smoker, especially in college when we used to freak blacks all the time when that was popular. It served no purpose at all. It's absolutely no purpose. The same cancer you think you were getting out of there is just in there. You just stuffed it right back inside of there.
Listen, that's because y'all were inexperienced. Okay, let me just say that you were inexperienced.
Take the cancer paper out.
Yeah.
The tobacco ain't doing the cancer.
Yeah.
It's that one slit of paper.
This is how people die, not because of what's inside. It's this piece of paper right here. I don't even know why they just put the cancer paper in here.
All right,
they trying to kill us.
A bunch of Christopher Columbuses, fellas. I discovered it. Nobody told me anything. I discovered it, folks. We got Sheezy Get Busy's top 10 coming up next. Stay with us. This is the Morning Experience.
That was funny.
All right. All right, Shiz, it's on you.
Freak of the black. Oh, man, the good old days. All right, everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Morning Experience. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 100. It is Wednesday, so it is time for an all-new top 10. This is top 10 number 28. 28. Sheesh. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm about to give you 280 different funny topics. If you don't start liking my stuff on Instagram and Facebook, we're going to have
That's fact, though.
Listen, we're gonna keep the mood going. We are going to talk about gentrification. We are going to talk about the top 10 ways, because it's happening now, and the top 10 ways that your neighborhood ain't the same neighborhood that you grew up in. This is mainly for my city folk. Walking through, I just seen a lot of things, and it's just like, man, the block ain't the block no more. Number 10. You see a white person walking a dog through a block that you were scared to walk through all your entire life, and you see them just walking their dog like it's no problem. You're still at this grown age now, and you're still scared to walk down that same block, but you just see them walking their 2 golden retrievers right down the block where your man got killed.
Ricky!
You see somebody picking with a doggy bag, picking the poop up right there right there next to the mural.
Like they done took a smash next to Ricky's mural. Like, all right, Edgar. Come on, Edgar. Not on the candles.
You're right. He doesn't hurt anybody.
And they'll be the ones to be like, how long has this been here?
I know.
Pictures
2 weeks later, you see the city out there cleaning it up. Damn. Ain't ish. That's you ain't ish. Number 9. They're growing up in the city, you know it now. There's going to be a random bike lane that pops up in a very inconvenient spot that we used to ride our bikes on the sidewalk. I don't understand bike lanes now. Ride down the sidewalk like we used to, or ride down the middle of the street and just get out the way of the cars. That's what it's supposed to be. But these bike lanes are, that gentrification is coming when those bike lanes start popping up in your neighborhood.
And they serious about that too.
Listen, we had a bike lane problem where I live. There's supposed to be a bike lane on State Street in Harrisburg. And the people complained and they got the bike lane nixed, but it would have been really good because State Street is the way into the capital for a lot of people and the way into the city. So yes, gentrification is coming, and that's the sad part. Something that could help people. There are a lot of Black and brown. We have Recycle Bicycle in Harrisburg. Shout out to Recycle Bicycle. And they give people bikes so they can be mobile around the city. So bike lanes would be great for Black. We had a little Black girl killed, got hit by a car on State Street, trying to ride her bike. And then a friend of mine got hit by a car on his bike. So it's not a bike friendly place. So sorry to bring the mood down, but
Got all
Bike
sad.
lanes are good for Black people, but we have linked them to gentrification, and that is bad for Black people.
Because that's the only time they're gonna come out and start fixing the stuff up. Number 8. All the street lights got new LED bulbs in there. They used to have the same flickering lights on the street lights on the block, and now the street lights just bright as ever. It just light up the whole block, look like it's still light outside.
I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I love it.
Yep, I like that one too.
Yo, down here, when the street lights are that raven purple, that's when you know. That's when you know, because the raven purple street lights, those are the good neighborhoods, from what I found.
Agreed. And I didn't know this at my mom's house. I was like, Mama, why are there purple lights in your neighborhood in Wesley Chapel, Florida? I was like, why are there purple lights? And she's like, oh yeah, they say they put these in the nicer neighborhoods. I was like, excuse me, bougie. Excuse me.
We can't even get the purple lights. Like we like lights too. We like colorful lights. We got wrap some LEDs around the daggone street light. Number 7, in the city. Listen, this is one thing again. Being in the city, I see it all the time. Every day there will be construction. There's always going to be some type of new construction going on. There's going to be somebody working in the street. There's going to be a plumber working out there. There's going to be somebody using the saw and the drill, and you're not going to get no type of rest. So you might as well just take your behind to work, because calling off will be a noise fest. That's all you're going to hear.
The same sheet, the same street, the same once every 2 years, the same street gets done. It's like, you guys just did this street already, and now they gotta do something else to it. And Route 30 here. Route 30's been under construction for 20 years. And there's different parts of Route 30, and then when they're done, they just start all over.
Yeah, like, oh well, that's outdated. Let's go back.
322 in the State College been under construction for 6 generations. I'm tired of them. I am. I'm sick of it.
It's called job security. They like,
let's
make sure we got some.
The American
and their scale jobs.
Yeah. American Reinvestment Act. They reinvest in everything in them highways except finishing. They're not invested in finishing the highways. They're not.
It's crazy because once you get off the turnpike, it's like, damn, did y'all forget about this road? Did this road not cover? Was it not covered in the turnpike money?
Why is it a bump every 10 feet? Why are you doing this? Why are we doing it?
The turnpike is nice though.
Turnpike
because they got all the cameras lined up to get you.
They got everything.
Number 6. Listen, we ignored the signs. You are going to get those random letters and flyers every day to sell your house for cash as is. And once you know that you start getting those, you ignored those a long time ago. You saw the little flyer in your door and you just threw it out. You didn't know that they were moving in, and now a lot of people answered those flyers, and now the block don't look the same no more.
That is so true. I saw this happen to my in-laws' neighborhood, and like there's a lot of used tos. You know, we roll up to the block. Oh, so used to, used to, this used to, that used to. No, not anymore. And like I'm looking at my in-laws, I'm like, okay, when y'all gonna be used to?
Time's a ticking.
Yo, game time. That's exactly how it's game time. Like, look,
you gotta read the room at that point. Like everybody else leaving, but you still. It's time to get it up out of there.
Yo, because I really feel like, look, we know how this game goes. Like, we gonna do this the easy way, or we gonna do this the hard way.
When I was living in, but I don't know if you guys have ever lived in Brooklyn, but shout out to Brooklyn, the place of my birth. But when they wanted your house, they would give you some sweet deals. We will pay cash for your house, $700,000, some crazy number. And then somebody, I'm not gonna mention no names or no ethnicities, but you know who you are, would weasel their way into your house, find something wrong with the house. When you see those cash offers, you never let those MFs in your house ever, because they're gonna. The play is they come in, they find something that's not up to code, they go report you to your municipality, and then they put a lien on your house. That's how they get your property. So when you see people leaving the neighborhood, the used tos, It's probably because they had a long fight in court that they lost, because when they bought their home, they didn't know some of this stuff was up to code. They just bought the house. They didn't know to do their due diligence to make sure that all this stuff was up to code. I didn't know when I bought my first house. I had no idea. I get cash offers on my door all the time, but I know better because I'm from Brooklyn and you can't come inside my house. Thank you very much.
They said for a long time, all money ain't good money.
Boom.
Period. Period.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first half of this week's top 10. Please come back after these messages and after this music. It is the Morning Experience, episode 100.
All right.
Let's get back to it. And in 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Morning Experience. We are halfway through this week's top 10, and this is the top 10 that we're talking about is gentrification, and the way that you know the way that your hood, the way that you know that the hood that you grew up in is not the same hood. You used to have people dying for blocks and claiming blocks. Can't even recognize them blocks no more. We are halfway through the list, and we are at number 5. Number 5. Them Citizens app notifications are definitely describing stuff that you used to look at as normal. Like you are now the suspect on the Citizens app for just standing outside now in your neighborhood that you grew up in.
Yeah, it's I've seen this happen before, which is why I'm laughing, because it's almost like a Twilight Zone episode where it's kind of like bro, but I live here. Like, well, you know, what's the apartment number that you live in? Like, why do I have to prove that I live here? I live here. Yeah, man.
It's not yours no more.
It's not yours no more.
No, that happened in my parents' neighborhood. And I was like, my folks been living here for 16 years. He was like, well, I've been here for 6 months and I've never seen you. And I was like, because I'm in college.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Wait a second. Who taught you how to read?
They be wanting to know though. They be like, so how long have you lived on the block?
Right.
And do you know your neighbors? First of all, are you the like neighborhood watch on the neighborhood like the housing association? Because what do you mean, do I know my neighbors? I already don't like the housing association. Now you come here and ask me, I know these MFs? I don't know them. I want to stay in my house. I told this cop one time, I was like, well, would you like to watch me go inside and close the door? Because I'm going inside. I'm going inside.
Not standing out here. Good thing it wasn't ice, because we know how that would have turned out.
Exactly.
Number 4. Again, living in the city, you see this all the time. You see the neighborhoods just going down. If you're from outside the city, you drive through the neighborhoods, you see they're all torn down. But when the gentrification starts, you see the city or the county out there mowing those vacant lots, shoveling the sidewalks, repaving the streets and everything on blocks. All that stuff happens just because gentrification has happened. It's not going to happen because it needs to, because a lot of the stuff needs to happen. It's going to happen because you know that your block is about to be taken over.
Unfortunately.
It's sad. It's sad. We ignored the signs for so long. We used to walk by houses that were just knocked down or run down and roofs falling in, and they were selling. You see that they were selling them for $1, and we still didn't buy them. And then
#Baltimore
and buying them things up.
Baltimore.
Yo, and like Baltimore is literally right now. They are doing that program once again right now, and just the information is not getting out there, and it's just crazy to see. Now the program, it's a lot different from when it was back then, because back then with that dollar program, like that was pretty much like a free-for-all. Like if you had $1 and a documentation, you could do it. You know, this one is a little different, but like still, I feel as though like even with that dollar program, just because of our skin color, you know, black and brown, what have you, they put these unneeded obstacles up to prevent us from having these things. Like, why couldn't gentrification happen while we still own the neighborhoods and everything like that? Like, I feel like it's part of a system. I'm probably echoing folks that already know this, that are more savvy than me in this, but yeah, it's a setup.
But we saw it happening the whole time, and we look past it. It's again, if it's not affecting us right then, we look past this stuff. We've been like, again, the flyers. If you say the flyers, everybody's seen those flyers in the door. You've seen the big billboards. We buy cash, homes for cash, as is, all this other stuff. And again, like Dr. K said, it's always something behind it. And again, we're pretty bad off because we saw the signs coming. And I'm sorry, go ahead, Dr. K.
No, just don't let them in your house. And the second thing about the dollar homes, there's another story from where I live right now, where years ago, a dude approached the mayor of this town and was basically like, hey, I want to invest and stuff, and can I get some houses for free? And he was like, I will not give you your house for free. You got to pay $1. So these things were happening all around this region, and only certain people knew that you could get these houses for $1. Not everybody even knew you could get these houses for $1. There's stuff that wasn't even the market, that the municipality owned the housing stock, owned these parcels of land, owned this stuff, and they would give them to certain people. You know who you are, certain people, for a very small amount of money, and other people, they didn't even have access to them.
Buying up a bunch of land at one time. They was going about it. Number 3. Number 3, we are at number 3. Now all of a sudden you need a permit to park on your block. I've seen this happen so many times. You used to just be able to pull up on a block. Now you need a permit, and the permit costs money. You got to pay to park on your public street. It is getting wild out here.
Yeah, and then if you don't pay, you got to pay that fine.
Fine, baby.
Yeah, it is. It's nasty. It's nasty. Yeah.
Very gross. Very tiring. I think that's one thing I love living in the city, but that's one thing I hate about living in the city, is that we have to pay for parking somehow, some way. Now it is $30. It used to be $30. I think it's like $40 a year now to park on your block, which is very, very a little bit. You get a parking permit, you can, you're good to go. But you can only park in a certain amount of area. You can't park anywhere you want. You gotta, so it's pretty much a hindrance, and they're gonna tax you one way or another.
Some of them have like a 2-hour window.
That's ridiculous.
That part.
Which is wild work, because in the suburbs I can park 15 houses down and walk to my house and keep it there for 3 days.
Exactly right.
For free.
You gotta park around the corner. I can't even park at my house. I gotta park 2 blocks over. Number 2, when those old playgrounds where people died, and you saw fights break out over dice games and basketball games. Every Saturday you see a yoga class or a t-ball game going on out there, and you just know that is
it's a little different.
It's not the same park that you used to be scared to go to. You didn't want to play ball after sundown at that park.
This is a good one. I like this one.
I do like that one.
Yo, that's hilarious, because again, I got folks from North Philly, and like during Thanksgiving, during our cousins walk, they were like, yo, there'll be right. Shout out to the cousins walk. They were like, yo, there'll be people over there that be playing baseball in the baseball field now. Like, they really be playing baseball. And it's like, oh shoot, that's been a baseball field for about 30, 40, 50 years. Nobody played baseball. But now they got people playing baseball and softball,
Like, damn, there's people that stand out here now? Like, this is where I used to meet the weed man at. I used to meet him right there at home plate.
I remember once I took my kids to up to a playground that I used to play ball at, right around near my house, and I've told them stories of this playground, if you want to call it that. It had the pool, and it was a basketball court and a swing, but it was a really small space, and a lot of stuff took place there. And when I drove up there, I was kind of like, I thought I came up to the wrong one. And it's the same one. And it's all colorful, and it's beautiful, and the pool's not there, and they made like a little courtyard, and the basketball nets were taken down. I'm like, this was this place was dangerous. This was the dangerous place where I played ball. This is not, it didn't look like this. Like my kids are looking at me like, I thought you told me it was kind of reckless. Like, no, this was reckless. This is, I don't know what happened here. This is
4 old guys playing pickleball right where you saw somebody get jumped at.
Super fast. No, pickleball is taking over for sure. You understand? For sure. They're all the elderly. They're like, we're taking over your park. We don't care about what you're doing in here. We're playing pickleball. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't want to name any locations, but where I live, there's a park, and they redid the park. The playground was lit, and then the young kids was like, nah, the what do they call them? YNs? I sound like an old lady. The YNs. They was like, nah, it's still our park. Okay, they're not tolerating the gentrification like the older generation, except they're wearing quarter zips and they're drinking matcha. So I don't know what's happening.
Hey, man.
That sounds like can't beat them, join them to me. That sounds like can't beat them, join them.
They said if the little blonde girls could do it, so can we.
Dig it.
And we are at number one. Number one. This, if you try to ignore all the signs from the past and you ignore the signs now, this is how you know that your neighborhood is gentrified. You're going to see a 3-story house with a roof deck and a balcony right next to a vacant lot or a falling down house.
Yes.
But it's going to be a 3-story house, and it's going to cost more than every house on the block put together.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This is gentrification 101.1. Yeah, you buy a house on the block, you make it a mansion, and then it's just, you know what? This is going to improve your property value. You should be thankful. You should be thankful that your property value is going to be improved. Okay, you can sell your shack for twice as much than it was worth yesterday.
And the high rises, besides not just homes. I've never seen so many high rises in Lancaster. Like, what's going on? There's high rises everywhere now.
Yes.
We need more. I'm like, I guess.
That's what they keep saying.
I remember when it first started happening too, because I remember thinking to myself, I love Lancaster, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, but who wants to live on the top of a high rise in Lancaster? And now I'm realizing there was a vision for Lancaster in play. And you're seeing it now. Look, it's great. There's the culture and the arts and all that, and I get it. And then the food vendors and the restaurants and the blah, 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 blah. But there's something else going on where it's just like, yo, but when I grew up, it didn't look like this. And I can't imagine that everybody that was here once upon a time, that were predominantly black and brown people or poor white folk, that they can afford to live in this high rise. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me.
Unless they have legislated for affordable housing, no, they can't afford it, and that's the point, right? That's part of why Mamdani is being very successful in New York right now, because he is working towards rent stabilization. And Brooklyn is similar. There weren't all these high rises in Brooklyn. You go to Brooklyn now, and it's like high rise projects, somebody's row home, and it's the most interesting configuration you've seen. And they've tried to be responsive with the demand for particularly parts of Brooklyn that were close to Manhattan, but it still is, inequitable in that the rent keeps going up. And so this is why people hate Mamdani. He's taken immediate action to, take certain landlords to court for the promise of affordable housing who didn't fulfill it, and let their properties go into disrepair, hoping that people would just, leave. And that's the fact that, he's stopping that immediately. He's barely even been mayor for a couple weeks, has people in uproar.
Well, as a city inspector, let me tell you, them 3-story houses are going on some some sewer and water lines that were installed in 1910 and 1890, and
1,000%.
and that were meant for 1-story and 2-story homes max, and you have a 3-story with a basement and added 4 bathrooms. You'll be getting back up, and you have no parking. But ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's top 10. If you missed any of this top 10 or any other top 10 or any of the morning experience, we got 100 episodes. Check us out at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. It is the top 10. It is the morning experience. I am your guy at Shizzy Get Busy on all social media.
All right. Boom. Got this video here. That'll that'll we really probably only need to do.
Well, I got my video working, by the way.
Oh, well then, bring it on up.
Hey, hey, teach me how to play it, hey. They be like, Smooth, what? Can you teach me how to play it?
Yes, we're looking at was this ice agent flipping on black ice. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for that black ice. That black
it's the mix. It's the mix for me though.
yeah, the mix was dope though.
The mix was dope.
That mixes everything.
But yes, you got to watch out for that black ice. That black ice is sneaky. It will come up behind you. Black ice will get you when you least expect it. So ice slipping on ice here, Felix. What say you?
Yeah, I say, it sucks to suck. That's what I say.
Woo!
It sucks to suck shiz.
It's poetic.
Yes.
It's poetic. It's God don't like ugly. It is karma. It is all that. It reminds me of a time where I was arguing. Me and my wife were arguing. This was years ago, and she was downstairs, and I was coming downstairs with an attitude. Missed the second step from the top and slid down the whole entire steps. And to try to be upset and salty at the same time. It's just like, you have no grounds. You have no grounds right there. And just like the cop did, you just gotta kind of walk it off and act like it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Right. Dr. K, he's punching air. He's
Listen, I just showed the remix, but he definitely got up. First of all, his head hit
the ground. Absolutely.
Like a bouncy ball. You understand what I'm saying? And not like a basketball. It was like it hit like a daggone pool ball to the ground. Ooh, I could hear it. And second, he got up and ran back to the car. I don't know who he was chasing, but he got up and ran his behind back to the car and got in and drove away. Hilarious. Very funny. And then the lady across the street who started jumping for joy, the people who was laughing in the background, like he was thoroughly and absolutely embarrassed. And good for him. That's what he gets.
Yes. I don't know why. Well, because they're getting paid very well. I was going to say, I don't know why people put themselves in these ice predicaments. Well, because they're getting paid and compensated very well. But as long as there's this more of this pushback and everything, I am all for it. Resilience and revolution is going to look like different things on many different kinds of levels. But
can I say this one thing? Can I say this one thing before we get out of here? If you are going to fall, you do not want to fall in front of black people, because just the laugh,
don't do it to yourself.
The sheer enjoyment, and then you see Dr. K got a remix up there. You're going to get a remix to your fall. This is why fall in silence, fall in peace, fall alone, but don't fall
by yourself.
Black and brown people.
Fall by yourself.
Because there's always that one. There's always that one that puts just a little extra sauce. You're like,
but you know what it is though, Marquise, real quick, is it shows you, and all jokes aside, the sense of urgency to do something like this. I know you said they're getting paid and compensated, but you have to have, there's no morality issue here. And so you're able to just flippantly do this because of what? And to me, you're getting off on this. That listen, I will run in the snow, in the ice. I don't run really at all, but I'm not going to run with that ground looking the way it is. And he went out there full force because he was itching. He was chomping at the bit. So you can't tell me, well, we're getting drugs and we're getting these people are bringing. You're going at anybody. That shows me your level of disdain for your fellow man. Period.
And what's funny, we're talking about black folks
before you got out the truck.
Yep. We,
Mhm.
we were talking about black folks locking it up, but I had to watch the video again because there was nothing but white folks in this video, and they were hollering like black folks, and I was super confused for a second. But it was so funny that you can't spend that much time being confused. I was like, "Well, my people, I hear them," but no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, folks. We got one more segment after this. Then we're going to, unfortunately, but fortunately, wrap up this 100 episode. Thank you for joining us and rocking out with us this morning on the Morning Experience. All right, final three, and in 3, 2, 1. This is the Morning Experience. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. Thank you for joining us. Just to let you know, on Thursday, we have our Newsmaker Thursday interview. And then on Friday, we have our Melanin Report. And then we have our Flavor Forecast and our Hot Tea with Siren. So make sure you stay with us throughout the week. And then on Monday, on MLK Day, we have a special interview with Dr. Gadsden about MLK Day and what MLK means to you and means to me. Folks, just to let you know, on Sunday night, don't forget to set out your red velvet cookies and your milk for MLK. Know what MLK did. He died for our sins, and yeah,
Period.
leave those items out for MLK so that he can bring you a belated Kwanzaa gift. That is a fact. That is a fact. Lay out your red velvet
All facts.
cupcakes, cookies, and your milk.
All facts. No
that's
cap.
what we do. Right. That's what we do for MLK Day. So, wrapping up here, Shiz, 100 episodes. From episode 1, because it was just you and I. Episode 1, it was like, all right, we're picking back up where we left off. Platinum Family Radio. What was your thoughts then, to what it is now, and take as much time as you need, brother.
I had absolutely no confidence in you. I just no, it's just
Well, damn.
Yo, the tone right from the beginning, I knew he was on one. I said,
oh,
hey,
you said take as much time as I need, not be honest. Oh, yeah, well, man, listen, I knew it was going to work. I had a good feeling about, but it's been an experience. From the different segments that we tried out, the different hosts that's been on. It's just like it's been a great experience. I didn't see it getting. I didn't know if it would get to 100. You would hope, that's always the hope to
Yeah.
get to 100 plus. But it's just like you just come in and we come in and we knock it out, and time goes by, and it's like, man, we've been doing this for a half a year now. So it's just like we are knocking these things out the park. So I'm definitely grateful. I was out of radio and for a long time. I was, and just getting back into it, it sparks that fire to get back into editing and and just little small things that I always wanted to do and never got around to doing. So, you know what, I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm glad that we're here, and hopefully we're around for another 500 episodes.
Amen.
After that, I need more money after that.
right. One of the most weirdest things that I hear, especially from folks from Lit. They'll say, oh, Shizzy is so funny. Shizzy is so funny. I like that top 10, and I'm like, really, him?
That guy.
Mr. Negativity? No.
She have me mad every episode. I be mad at that top 10 every time. No,
I just call a spade a spade. I just call a spade a spade.
But
the top 10 came a long way. I'm sorry, I don't want to take up all the time, but the top 10. When you mentioned Platinum Family Radio, if y'all listened to us back then, we had top 10s like the top 10 R&B songs and stuff like that. It's been going on for a long time, and just to see where it's at now, like I'm proud of where we took it. So
You know what
again,
they call that?
thank you for the opportunity. What's that?
You know what they call that? Growth.
Growth. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I can
indeed.
appreciate some good growth, Paul. I just
yes, Felix, for yourself.
Yo.
I don't want to say that, this show inspired you to continue the build, but you know what? Damn it, America.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the show inspired you to continue the build. And I love that JMC is making another appearance, and like you're getting back in your bag, man. And I'm glad that you are on this journey with us. When you first joined this, what was your thoughts with this, if you had thoughts at all?
One of the thoughts I had, honestly, was I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep up, because the fast pace of this program is not, I'm not used to it. And I am now, but at first I remember being like, because I'm a slow paced podcaster and conversationalist, and I like to dig in and keep going. And so I knew what you were doing. I could see the vision. I just was hoping that I could keep up, because I know you had experience with it, and I didn't know Shiz, but I knew that he had experience with you in the past. Of course, Dr. K and her experience. I was kind of like, I'm gonna do what I can do. And so yeah, man, and it was a no-brainer, because I've worked with you before, and I've kicked it with you, and I know you try to surround yourself with like-minded people, and that's where I am in my life. And I know we can all kind of relate to that, where it's like, when you're trying to do something, whatever it is, surround yourself with like-minded people that have a vision, and they're trying to pursue a purpose one way or another, and you're going to uplift and motivate each other. So that's why it was easy for me to jump on board, and I'm glad I did, because you're right. It really did kind of reignite something in me that I was kind of dealing with in my own way, and kind of kicking the can down the street a little bit. So I'm appreciative and grateful. I'm glad to be here with you all. And I'm excited to see where this goes, because there's a lot of good chemistry here, and we're hearing some good things, like you said, and it's a joy. Every time I'm on here, I'm having a blast with you all. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reveal something to you real time that I never revealed to you before. I got that email when you said, you know what, I don't think that I'm gonna do this. I'm a step aside, I'm a slow down. And I looked at it and I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, okay.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I always thought maybe you didn't get it. I was like, you never brought it up. I don't know. I just can't talk about that.
Talk about that at
because all. Honestly, man, it was like, I don't know if I can do this. It was, you know what I mean? And it was, but I was like, you know what? Like you said, there comes a point in time where you're like, you get one shot at something, just do it and pivot. And that's what I did. And I'm enjoying it.
And it is appreciated, man. It is appreciated. Cause I was like, all right, if he meant it, he won't show up next week.
And guess what?
That'd be crazy to get on and be like, hey man, I don't know if you got my letter, but I quit. I don't know if you got that.
We didn't mean
all right,
it.
cool. I'm gonna log off. Like, just
no mention of it. I was like, all right. We gonna keep it moving. All right. And Dr. K, for yourself, like you said, I jumped on board with Black Newsbeat season 2 as a writer, and then we did the Melanin Report together, and then your content creator career, really took off in the last year and everything like that. So your contributions onto this has been a plus. Where do you see this going in your content creation career moving forward? Because like you said, you're 30,000 community members plus now.
Yeah, you keep calling it a career, and I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm trying my best. Because career makes it sound like I should be making money, and we're getting there. Okay, I was able to pay my mortgage once. Hey, so that's great.
Hey.
But I'm gonna get there. But I don't know. Like, I'm so thankful for experiences like this because it's funny because, again, I am terrified to talk. I had a bad speaking experience early in my 20s, and not even, I think I was like 18, just got to college, was talking crazy at a gala for my scholarship house, and I talked about the roaches and how we could almost wear saddles, put saddles on the roaches and ride them around the house. This is in front of donors to the scholarship house, by the way. Terrible experience. Thought I was funny, was not. I was funny to me. I still go back. I was like, you know what, that was funny. They didn't laugh. Maybe it wasn't the right setting, but that was hilarious. And since that time, I was so nervous to like speak my mind and say things. And like, I can write really well. I can do a lot of things, but putting it all together to make a product that people will like was very hard. And I'm still finding my way. I'm still trying to find a hook. Like the thing on the social medias is you got to have a hook so people know you. And I don't have that. So I'm always struggling in that regard. But working with the Morning Experience, like, I don't really like, there's two people on this show I don't really like. And one of them is not here.
Yo, that's not right. Go do that.
I know I love everybody, but just the personalities, but what it's taught me is that you can have fun and banter with people and have disagreeing opinions and really laugh and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So I hate Shizzy's top 10. He always pisses me off, and I do not like that Scott. I don't like him because he's always trying to pick on me. I don't like that guy. And sometimes Isla and April and them just leave me here with the dudes like tonight, but it's okay. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's been a joy working. People love to say that I hate men. I don't. I think men are the backbone to our society, and getting to work with really wonderful men who love their families and who are funny and intelligent is something that really gives me hope on a lot of days when I am with really stupid men who are terrible. So thank you for being lights in the world, gentlemen, and allowing me to grow in this work and be a voice. It's a lot of fun. And I learned so much from you guys. Like I've worked really, Shizzy, what it is that I've worked with Marquise before. I was on Felix's podcast, Journeyman Chronicles, and now getting to work with you, I feel like I'm growing my own resume with working with such amazing talent. And it's just really fascinating and it's really fun. So thank you for the opportunity. And keep pissing me off. It's great. It makes great content.
Oh man, and
that is my aim here on out.
And for myself, I just appreciate that you all are lending me your expertise. You're lending me your time to continue to build on this thing that we call the Morning Experience. This started as a dream, and just to again keep it transparent. I was like, if I'm going to do this radio stuff this time, I'm going to have some of my favorite folks, and Shiz, you were on the top of that list, brother. I was like, we're going to do this thing because we were so successful in college, doing it. I mean, the university president tuned in and everything. The campus police tuned in to the point that
really
to the point that we made a joke that like, oh, somebody got a gun in the studio. Like we made a joke. Somebody got a gun in the studio, and the campus police showed up and was like, we heard somebody had a gun.
That's crazy.
Like it's a joke. It's a joke, sir.
That really happened. That really happened. Like, that was real. They came like hands on guns and everything. Like, hey, is everything all right up here?
Oh my god!
And yo, it's on one of the tapes. Like it was recorded. I didn't know that they came when we were on air. Like we were on air. Like nah. It was a joke. Like we're on air right now.
Oh my god!
So yeah. and just the collection of personalities from Felix to Dr. K to Scotty to April to even the new ones that joined us like Latoy and DJ Ant and everything. Just folks that are saying like, you know what, I like what you all are doing. I would like to contribute. You know, I really appreciate you all joining us on this morning show experience. And you know, from my family to your family, folks, I'm not going to have some long drawn soliloquy or anything like that. Thank you for joining us on the morning experience. We will see you on show 101. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.
Peace. That was fun.
All right, y'all.
That was great.
That was that. Yeah. That was a good one. All right. Yeah. That's that until Sunday. And for Sunday shows, from here on out, from moving forward, there's the time thing, but I'm also probably not going to cancel any more Sunday shows. I heard back from New Orleans and from Pittsburgh, and like they have a heavy dependence on us for the Monday show. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So that's just communicating to that out. They didn't give me any real reason why. The most I got was that New Orleans wanted to expand us an extra hour. But yeah, I didn't figure that it was a bad thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
Not at all.
So, yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm also trying. I'm excited to try to get more digital stations. But I don't want to bite off more than what I can chew right now. But I really feel like, you know, we're moving in a positive direction, and yeah, I don't want to get
this great work you're doing. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Appreciate y'all. But yeah, that's should have never gave y'all niggas money. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I will see y'all on our Sunday. Have a good one,
brother.
All right, sounds good.
See you.
Peace.